go and all that stuff.
Yeah, I had to wait for my camera to reorient so it wasn't gonna like film you like you were like this. Okay.
You ready?
Yes. We're
Welcome
rolling.
back. We've been busy, and we are still busy. Little recap: we got
midweek racing.
Yes, from last week we got rained out. We had a Saturday show. We got rained out on Sunday. We had a Wednesday show, so we'll get on with the Wednesday show. Had to work. Got home. Sam was working. Loaded up. Got out the racetrack. Good time. No problems. Knowing that we were having a race at a different track, we went to Wall this past Saturday. I was trying to save my better tires for that track, not knowing what I had. So I put on an older set of tires on the car, figuring, we should be all right.
Spoiler, we were not.
We were not. More so, I won't say 100% on the tires. It's just a crazy midweek stuff.
Yeah, it was very hectic, and then
But anyway, it's no excuse. I should have been more prepared. So we get out on the racetrack, we get in, we sign in. We got 2 rounds of practice. Car felt all right. I was a tenth off.
And we still had 30 cars.
We had 33 cars on a Wednesday show. So it's one of those things that, Riverhead should realize how good they have it. I'm sure they do, but there can always be more. We'll discuss that on a different. This is a race vlog. Yeah, so the track was a little iffy. The car tires weren't that bad. I think the driver was more off than I was. I am the driver, so I guess.
Case in point, he's still a little off.
So we got through our rounds of practice, got the heat lineups, and started second in the first heat. So I'm like, all right. Look, very, very stacked heat I was involved with again. So I had my work cut out for me right from the beginning. I started on the outside of Anthony Marsh. We had about 6 good drivers in our heat. So took off. Anthony got the jump on me, which no big surprise. I was hanging out there in the top 3 or 4 for a lap or 2 to the outside. Got into like 5th, fell back to 5th, hanging on. 6th got around me. The 6th got around me to 5th, so I was at 6th place for a lap or 2. Then I kind of overdrove a turn. Fellow competitor got underneath me, got in front of me. He did the same thing, so I got back by him, and then I did the same thing, and I fell back to 7th, 1 spot out of the qualifying spot. So little frustrated with myself that I made driving errors. I was thinking of doing one thing and I did another, and it just didn't work out. So for me, from starting the 2nd to finishing 7th, I got negative passing points, so I knew I was in trouble in the Consi. The Anthony Marsh one-on-one his heat. Everybody with the Conti really is supposed to be in the Consi.
There was I think one incident that caused 2 cars to be in there that
Yeah, maybe Alemo and Metcalf and Alex.
Well, Alex
was in my heat, and he and I had a good spirited battle.
Yeah, there was the 3 of you.
We're finding each other more and more on the racetrack, and we're learning that we can trust each other more, or I'm trusting him more. No beating and banging, no contact, just good hard racing between the 2 of us. So I started 5th or 6th.
You think you were?
I think it was 5th. Whatever.
You were back. You were in the 3rd row.
6, 7 cars in the Consi. Got up to 3rd. Then there was a restart. I was then I was 4th on the restart, and then we had a good spirited battle to the outside to the finish. Unfortunately, it was one provisional in the winner. Michael Metcalf got into the feature, so I did not. A little disappointed, but not so much. Car was one piece. That's pretty much it. I wasn't too crazy. I'm seeing something in the air that shouldn't be in
here. Yeah, I figured.
And I know what it is. It's the 2nd time.
We need to invest in some better Loctite. Or Loctite, period. Anyways, so after the Wednesday race, we pack it up, come home.
Packed it up, come home, and then thrashed on it all Thursday night. So I dropped the car. We changed springs. We changed the rear gear. We cleaned tires.
He says we.
We as the race team, which is me, myself, and I. Did the maintenance on it. Dropped the car off at Anthony's Friday night. He was kind enough to. He wanted to go to the Wall Stadium to race, and I said, "Let's go."
So he hauled our car out there.
So he and his crew, with the 2 cars, got down there. He set the car up for me at the racetrack. Can't help thank him enough for all that stuff. Didn't know who else was going to go down there. I knew 1, maybe 2, because of the East Coast Legend Series race. So Anthony and I got there, and when I got down there, 3 hours to get down there in an hour 45-minute trip.
Because getting off the island.
Jaden Glenister was there. Chris Sinatra was there. Chevy Romney was there, and
You, I think that was the only.
The five. There was 5 of us from Riverhead.
Yeah, and Marsh.
Well, he's part of the 5.
Well, yes, you didn't state his name in that list. I know he was
came
calling.
down. He came. He brought the car down there. Got through tech. They gave me my, 1 free pass on the jersey kit and all that stuff. I have all the safety gear, the arm restraints, the underwear, and all that stuff. So very nice people down there. No problem. Got out to practice. First time on the high banks at the Wall Stadium. Felt more comfortable than I really should have. If that makes sense. I wasn't intimidated by the track. I went, let's go. And car handled great. And we were hanging with the FZs and MTs, so I was happy with the car was set up. After the rounds of practice, an official came over to me and said, you have a tire rub. As you will see in the picture, the Samantha will post about this. Coming out of the turns, yes, you can peel the rubber off of that fender. So, Marcia and I have come to the agreement that since my car is 50 pounds heavier, we need to put heavier springs in it than this setup. So we will be doing that for Riverhead this weekend, and for future ventures down to Wall. Wall, ran my heat race, stayed with the pack, sort of losing it towards the end. The car wasn't running right. I think we got some bad gas. But I said, I'm just out here for warm-ups and practice. Everybody made the feature. We had 18 cars, which is a good showing for them.
And it was a 25-lap race.
25-lap race. So
you were only 1 lap down at the end of it.
So after the heat races, 4 out of the 5 Riverhead guys were in the front 2 rows. We had Chris Sinatro, Chevy Romney, Anthony Marsh, and Jaden Glenister starting in the front. So we all had our own little ideas of what was going to happen and stuff like that. There is a link to the race to watch it. I'm not going to sit here and...
down in the description, I believe the channel is Jay's Racing Videos.
Yes.
There'll be a link.
Pack the stands.
Yeah, pack the grandstands.
Yes.
Great
race. Couple instances, unfortunately, for Chris Sinatro, Chevy Romney. Regulated Chris to the pits and Chevy to the back. But I do want to say that the class of the field at Wall Stadium's regulars, Michael Caro, is a true gentleman. Class act. I met him. I talked to him for a little bit. He came over to talk to Anthony and I, mostly Anthony because that's his competition down there. And they put on a racing clinic.
Oh, yeah. And that's not to leave out the battle happening right behind them.
Yes. And I was going to get to that. And I am going to give a huge shout out to Jaden Glenister, who battled side by side with one of the better races on the East Coast, Tanner Jones. I'd say what? 5 laps? 8 laps?
They were like actually side by side, but those two were going
side by side.
They
without touching each other.
Yeah, and they were going back and forth like the whole time.
Yes.
And Jaden managed to edge him out at the line.
And Jaden finished 3rd, which was a phenomenal job by him. I will give him credit. He is becoming a good little racer. He's got a good head on his shoulders. He's got the car's running right, setup wise, and all that stuff. So, congrats to Jaden for the 3rd place finish. That was a great run by him. Chevy finished top 5, 6,
something like that. I don't remember exactly.
The rundown. I finished
12th.
12th.
And I also want to give a shout out to our fan who came over. And
Yes, we had one of our followers who came over and introduced himself, gave me some tips on the track. Wanted to be hit. Next time I'm out there, you better be on the track with me, racing.
Joe C, because I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce your last name.
Yes.
Appreciate you giving him some help.
And great to meet you. Look forward to meeting you again at some other tracks, even if it's Wall or you need to come up to Riverhead. But overall, the trip down the Wall was a great experience. It is a fun racetrack to race at. So we will be venturing down there again probably in September for the next East Coast Legends Series race, which is another double header weekend between Wall and Evergreen.
Do you want to talk about East Coast Legends a little bit?
Yes. The name escapes me right now. The gentleman who...
the promoter.
The promoter. Sam will put it in somewhere.
I'll link to their Facebook page down in the
description. Came over, introduced, have a nice little speech at the drivers' meeting about thanking everybody coming down there to Wall, trying to get this. This is the first year for it, starting to get it and stuff like that. Sounds like they want to do it the right way. They're letting the tracks do the tech and all that stuff, so they're not overstepping their boundaries of making it harder for us. They're trying to just get it up and running. So check them out on Facebook, East Coast Legends Series, and their website I do believe is eastcoastlegendseries.com.
I'll link to the Facebook page, and if I can find the website address,
yes,
I will link to them. But check them out. They started out as a dirt series, and now they're starting to work on getting in asphalt.
So it's great to see people invest in series, not just running the track and stuff like that. So it was great to meet them. Hopefully we'll see more of them. Mr. Anthony Marsh did go on to win the race at Wall Stadium, so it was worth every bit of stress and anxiety on my part to get his ass down there because he did exactly what he wanted to do. Battle Michael Caro and beat him.
Again.
Kudos to Michael Caro for running him clean, running him the way he should have been, and if the cars were reversed, it would have been the same way.
Oh, yeah.
So.
And then we got to give a special shout out to Bill.
Yes. Bill Stockard.
The flagman down at Wall Stadium.
Flagman, one of the officials down at Wall Stadium. It was great to see you, Bill. Wanted to surprise you, so I got the surprise in. So you got to see me race out there, and you're going to see me race again, because I will be back. One more, like I said, East Coast Series race in September. Probably the practice in November before the Turkey Derby, and for the Turkey Derby. That is the plan. That was the plan last year until we went flying into a wall with the car. But this year, now that I had the taste of it, I want more of it.
It's like right after his heat race, he texts me and goes, "This track is so fun."
It is
I'm like, great.
It's a track that is fast, and I think everybody respects the speed at the track, and they don't run over each other. So, the different type of racing. Now, I've only been Riverhead mostly, one race at Evergreen, same thing, and one race at Wall. So, what I say is kind of,
take it with a grain of salt.
Limited to the experiences, but I've had nothing. Besides Riverhead, which is my home track, so I know everybody out there, my two excursions off the island at Evergreen and Wall have been nothing but a positive experience. All I have to say about that. So, look forward. This weekend, we are on tap for 2 races. Saturday night and Sunday afternoon for our makeup of the makeup.
Yep.
And so hopefully the weather holds out. Looks good for Saturday. I haven't looked at the forecast for Sunday. Not too hot, but we should have a new set of tires ready to go. I'm trying to working my ass off to get this car back ready for Riverhead, and then we're going to work on on this stubborn 1250 that just doesn't seem to want to run right all the time.
And on that note.
And on that note, we will talk to you on the flip side, and maybe get some in the pit footage. We'll see.
Uh-huh.
Depending on where all my minions go. But the track keeps stealing. Peace out. Till next time.